Hey everybody, it's Dan, your friendly fishmonger from dansfish.com, and today I want to show you the new fish that we have ready to go. So I'm going to take you around. I'm going to start with my absolute favorites from this round, which are these. These are the Humphead Glassfish. They're doing absolutely fantastic. I've never had them before, so when they came in such good shape, I kind of geeked out a bit. They're a fish I've read a lot about, I've heard about, and am thrilled to finally have some here. So one of the things about these guys is, if you read about them, like the practical fish keeping article on them and things, it says that they're kind of difficult to feed, but I just want to show you that they aren't. This is just standard old flake food. Sorry, gotta get the lid up. Gonna drop it in there and they'll go straight to it. And they feed really fast. They remind me of like a rainbow fish, how quick they are to the food, maybe a barb, something like that. Once they see it, they kind of swarm it. Although, I guess the camera's throwing them off a bit, but they're still eating, so I guess that proves the point. Next one over. Okay, hopefully I fixed the problem. Hopefully that's in focus a little more. Trying the wide angle focus here instead of the spot. New camera, still learning, but I think there we go. That looks a lot better, I hope. For you guys, it looks better for me. These guys as well. Let me just show you this. Again, just standard old flake food, nothing special. Just cobalt tropical flakes. Get the lid up here. Drop it in and they'll eat it without any problem. Sorry, there's a lot of glare there, but just want to show you that they're good eaters on even just a standard flake. Although, you know, give them some pellets, give them some nice like mysis shrimp, stuff like that, because they are carnivores. Insects would be fantastic if you have crickets, things like that. And they will squirt. They'll squirt them out. If you feed them crickets, they'll definitely squirt them off the sides and things like that. But anyway, yeah, there they are. Now, the next thing, let's go down here. These are some Ricefish. These are the Java Ricefish, for those that are wondering what kind they are. And they're absolutely demolishing an algae wafer right now. Dropped it in there, so hopefully they would come to the front, which obviously they did not have a problem doing for us, so that's nice. Anyway, great batch, fat, healthy, males and females, although, I mean, I'll sex them for you if you really want me to, but don't hold me to it. I'll do my best. Do my best. Males have kind of larger filaments on the anal fin, is my best tip for trying to sex them. Next over, these are fantastic. I really like these. These are Kuba Loaches, Butea Kuba. Fairly new loach to the hobby. Really beautiful. These are 3 inches. The biggest one is maybe 4 inches in here, so these are good sized, more or less adult loaches. And I want to see if we can hear this. This is one thing I really like. I'm going to drop a couple algae wafers in there, and they click when they feed. Listen, see if we can hear this. I hope the camera's picking up that noise, but they actually absolutely go into a mob for feeding, and they make this clicking noise. Yo-yo loaches do it too, and some of the other loaches do as well, but with these guys they're bigger, so it's a lot easier to hear. The little guys, it's a little harder. Alright, next over. Oh, I just scared them. These are stir-by corridors, and guys, in a lot of these tanks with the bottom dwelling fish, or fish that sift sand, it's going to be a little cloudy because the sand in here is only a few weeks old, and it takes a while for the dust and things to get out of it. But here they are, they're doing fantastic. I would say these are at an 1.25 to 1.5 inch size. So they ship well at this size. They're not too big, and they're big enough to take the rigor of shipping, but not so big that they're hard to ship. And yeah, Corridor stir-by. Pretty well-known fish, so I won't go into it too much, but great for the bottom layer of a tank. Just super peaceful. Really pretty with those orange pectoral fins and a lot of orange on the ventral fins. One of the prettiest of all the cories, I think. All right, let's see here. Next over, this is a teaser. These aren't ready yet. It's gonna be another week because I've only had these for a week, but these are the long-fin pandas that I told you about. So they're coming up. They're sitting on flake and eating holes out of it like a caterpillar in a leaf. Let's see, are we in focus here? There we go. Man, I hope that's in focus. Yeah, I think that's good. Still learning about cameras. Another teaser. These are the Ivant Sophi, Pseudomugil Ivant Sophi. Doing great. Still need another week, but doing fantastic. Yeah. Oh, and check this out. Check out that koi Betta. I think he's so pretty. I like that guy a lot. There's another one in here that's pretty nice. He's darker. Let's see if I can. Do I need to change focus again? I thought that focus would work. Okay, then around the bend here, it's probably about time to clean some algae, huh? Here are some other loaches. Let's see if we can get them. These are tiger loaches. Really pretty fish, but they are going to get kind of big. I'm going to guess probably about 6 inches. And the rules on these are, I just scared them, are to treat them like you would a group of African cichlids or something. You need a good group. If you only have a couple, they'll be really aggressive to each other. If you have a group, they'll spread out the aggression. They don't seem to hurt or bother other fish as long as they have a group. But if you only have one in there or something, then they're probably going to go bother your other fish. As you can see, they're in here with cherry barbs, which are super peaceful fish, and there's not a nipped fin or hasn't been any problem at all in here with cherry barbs. But a group is kind of key with these guys. So these are the tiger loaches. I ordered zebra loaches, that's what they were called. What they sent me. I mean, they are zebra, they have stripes, I guess, but they're really what we commonly call tiger loaches. Here's some more clicking. Oh, I just scared them all. That's the problem with having a camera. Okay, they're coming back out. Here's some more clicking. These are Butea Histrionica. They look similar, I know, to yo-yo Buteas, or yo-yo loaches, but they are quite a lot of the same personality and things. Pretty peaceful, pretty colorful. Oh, here they go. They found. I gotta stay back and focus in, I think, is the trick. And so they have a similar juvenile pattern, which is what this is, but as they grow, they'll have an adult pattern, which is pretty distinct from the yo-yo loach. So Butea Histrionica, just another nice little loach species. I like them because the bands on them are kind of thicker than the yo-yo Butea. I like yo-yo or yo-yo loach, whichever you want to call it. I like them both a lot, but the difference is these don't have as much of the Y on them. They have kind of like in general, there's some variability, but in general, have a thicker, kind of broader band down the body than the yo-yos do. Next over, sparkling gouramis. I've always liked these fish. Peaceful, colorful for their size, and just kind of a delight, a different pace. I love watching Faux the Flower Horns videos when it features the sparkling gouramis. It does such a good job capturing their color, much better than I'm probably doing right now, but they're chowing down on an algae pellet. They're not hard to feed. They'll eat flakes and pellets and frozen and live and whatever. Perfect little fish for a nano tank. Don't get more than I don't know if I've ever seen one over an inch. Maybe they get over an inch, but I don't think I've seen it. Anyway, there they are, sparkling gouramis. Now the ones everyone's been asking about. Here are the electric blue Cara. These are hobbyists born and bred. They were raised by Kent Cats. Thank you again, Kent, so much for sending me these. They are perfect. Yeah, the tank's a little cloudy because they sift the sand a lot. But they're... am I getting these in focus? They're bold, they're beautifully colored, they're totally healthy. There's been no issues whatsoever with them. I think that folks that get these are going to have a great experience. I don't think there's going to be any problems, just because they didn't have to go through import. They were born and bred right here in the United States. Really, really top shelf fish right here. And another tank of them here, same story. If I can get them in focus for you. I'll try a different focal point just for fun if I can here. So I think that means I'm gonna have to turn off the camera real quick. Oh, nope. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, there we go. Let's see if this focal point's better. Still learning this camera, guys. Anyway, there they are. Great, great fish. Thank you again, Kent. Next up, these are Sulla Bee Rainbows. Little guys, around an inch, I would say. Healthy and happy and doing great. Just starting to get some color. These are going to get around 2 inches or so. So they've got quite a bit of growing and coloring to do. But yeah, hardy, nice, great little rainbow for someone just starting out with kind of the blue eye type fish, the kind of dwarf rainbow type fish. There's one more aisle. Let me take you down here. I'll show you just a couple more things that are new. One is these. I've been trying to get these for a while. These are my favorite platy of all time. Yellow calico neon platies. And the reason they're my favorite is because they absolutely glow from across the room. They're a nice deep yellow color, verging onto orange, I would say. Not quite orange. Some of them a little bit orange. And they've got that black patterning, which contrasts with that delightful color. And then they have a neon sheen, so they're pure iridescence, and they just glow. Absolutely stunning fish. I think my favorite platy ever. Got them in several times, and each time I'm happy I did. They never disappoint. Oh, just for fun, since they're out, let's look at the two-spot cats. There they are. Hanging out, looking for something to eat. Oh, hang on. Two-spot cats, Mistis bimaculata. So I'm really liking these guys. They top out at about 3 inches. And they've been super peaceful. Like, they don't bother even slow swimming fish like this Betta. Or in this tank, here's more catfish. There's another Betta. Like, everyone's getting along just fine. Here we have, believe it or not, Denison barbs, or Roseline barbs, or Roseline sharks, or torpedo barbs, whatever you want to call them. Now, these are young enough. They're at about an inch, inch and a quarter. They're more than an inch. Inch and a quarter to an inch and a half, I'm going to say. So they're young enough that they haven't developed most of the coloration yet. This is their juvenile pattern. But the reason I like them at this size is because they ship so well. Now, the large ones ship okay too, but you have to have such a big bag to ship a full-grown 4-inch one of these. They're pretty active fish. So at this size, super easy to ship, and they do great. And I did get one in here that's a gold morph, which is exciting because those gold morphs are hard to come by, and they're super, super expensive. So one of those showed up in the bag, which is great. I'll be listing him separately. I'm probably going to grow him out a bit because I want to see his color. But there you go. Roseline barbs, Denison barbs, Roseline sharks, redline sharks, whatever you call them, torpedoes. There's so many names for that fish. Here are some Madagascar Rainbows. About 1.25 inches on these guys. And the males are starting to get, let's see if I can show it better. The males are starting to get quite a lot of color. Can I show you any color? Okay, here we go. There's one with some color on it. Pardon the camera work, guys. I am what you would call a novice at cameras. Here's another one. Anyway, the males are starting to show some nice color. And they'll get bigger. These guys are going to get, what, 4 or 5 inches, somewhere around there. So they still have a lot of growing and coloring to do, but they ship great at this smaller size, which is why I sell them at this size. And then the last thing up here, before we go downstairs and show you the rest of the stuff, is these guys. These are red chili, or chili red guppies. And they're fantastic. Bright red, contrasting with that black. I really like this strain. So here are the males. Just let you soak it up a bit. What I like about them is the amount of black and how bold it is. It's not a wussy black. It's a nice, deep, contrasting black. Works really well against that rather deep. It's a nice red color. Red, it's super, super deep orange, red kind of color. And then here are females. And I've literally got hundreds of babies out of these guys. They are prolific, they've been healthy. I think they're gonna do great for you. In fact, let's see here. Maybe I can show you some babies. I'm trying to remember if I scrubbed the algae enough that you can see them. Yeah, I did on this tank. So here's half of them. So here's half of the babies growing up. And I've got another tank of them as well, but it's got so much algae that we're probably going to pass because you won't see much in there. It is time for me to go through and scrub some algae for sure. All right, so let's, that's it up here. Let's take you downstairs and we'll show you a few other neat things that we've got in. Okay, so we are now downstairs, and first up are these pea puffers. Just fun little guys. Most of them are all fat and sassy and are ready to go. There's a couple of them that have not gained weight yet, and those will not be sold, so don't worry, I'll get you the fat, sassy ones. Yeah, almost all of them are doing great. Let's see here. I'm trying to get... what's going on with my focus? There we go. There we go. Yeah. So there they are. And I'd say these are about, I don't know, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, something like that. Pea puffer size. They really are pea puffers. Size of a pea, maybe. A little pea. Next over is a whole bunch of Glowlight Danios. And I already know that they're going to move so fast and that their iridescence isn't going to show up that well on camera. But if you've never kept Glowlight Danios, they really are a beautiful fish. Let me see if I can find a better angle to get them all on. There we go. Hopefully that is picking them up. Still got a few of the hill trouts in there. Next over, I'm finally going to list these. I meant to do it last week, just didn't get to it. These are the Sabois resplendens, or the rummy nose Razz Bora. And you'll notice they don't have rummy noses yet. That's just because they're young. They're only about 1 inch or so. But they'll develop that and they'll be stunning. And there's actually quite a few of them in here. They just like to hang out in moss and stuff like that. Okay, I think that's about it. Oh no, female bettas. Hang on, let me show you these. So I got some fancy female bettas in, and I really like them. They're in here with these Kochu tetras. And let's see, here's one back here. This is a white female back there. Then we have some, I guess, the mustard gas, which is, let's see here, can we see you? You're not really in the light. There we go. A blue with yellow fins. And there's actually a lot of them in here. There's probably about 30 bettas in here, but see all that Java moss? You give a betta a nice big bed of Java moss or a nice big clump of plants to hang out in, and they'll hang out in it like there. You can barely see that one, that bit of yellow poking through there. It's another, and that one right there. That, believe it or not, is a betta. So they love that Java moss, but there's a clear mustard gas that's disappearing into the plants. So there was a glimpse. There we go. She's out and about now. Oh, here comes another one out of the moss. This is a lighter blue mustard gas one, like a sky blue. Nice iridescent fish. Anyway, fancy female bettas. And then these are not for sale yet. They need another week. Not because there's anything wrong, but they've only been here a week. But let me show you these. These are fantastic. These are the ruby bitterlings. Let me get comfortable so I can show them to you, and hopefully you can see some of their real color. Okay, there they are. Super fast fish. Really stunning. A lot of the colors iridescence, which I know is not going to probably show up well on camera, but hopefully the red is coming through. They have red on the anal fin, on the tail fin, up on the operculum, and up on the dorsal fin, and the eye is nice and red. So I hope they're focused. And I hope the color's coming through. But I'm really excited about these. This is the first time I've got a batch in where I was like, oh yes, these are hardy. They're gonna do great. They're eating well. They're not just hiding all the time. They're active and acting like a bitterling should. It's been a hard time to find a good source of these, but finally got a good group. So I think we'll hold it there. I'll list all these for sale right now at dansfish.com, except for the ones that I said need a little more time, but almost all of them are ready to go. So dansfish.com if you're interested. And until next time, I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.